Remember the Pizza Hut Bigfoot pizza from the 90s? That thing was huge.
We all have our fast food favorites, but did you know there have been a few blunders over the years? Well, let's bite into the 10 worst fast food failures. McDonald's Hula Burger.
It's like a hula hoop, right?
When the McDonald brothers set up the first McDonald's restaurant, they couldn't have imagined how their humble burger stand would grow into the world's largest fast food chain. Today, McDonald's has more than 35,000 restaurants in over 100 countries, serving up 1 billion customers every year. The menu has changed a lot over the years, but the one thing that hasn't is the company's commitment to providing quality fast food at the best possible price. Some items on the McDonald's menu weren't always so popular though, and many products have come and gone over the years. After Ray Kroc took over the chain from the brothers, he introduced McDonald's to the Hula Burger, a vegetarian burger in the 1960s. It served as an alternative to American Catholics who didn't eat meat on Fridays. The burger consisted of a grilled pineapple slice on a bun with cheese.
No! No!
However, a competition ensued with the filet of fish, which was devised by Lou Groen, a McDonald's franchisee. It didn't take long before McDonald's stopped making the Hula Burger, since it was clear that its replacement, the filet of fish, was gaining a lot more momentum. Taco Bell's seafood salad.
You like seafood, do you?
Come on!
In the world of fast food, few chains have been as successful as Taco Bell. Over the past half-century, the Mexican-inspired restaurant has expanded to become one of the most recognizable names in the industry. But the story of Taco Bell isn't just about tacos. It's the story of an industry that has changed America and the world. In the US alone, the chain of restaurants has more than 8,000 locations, including franchises and company-owned stores. In 2006, Taco Bell was ranked the 7th largest restaurant chain in the United States. It isn't your normal burger joint either. Taco Bell has become famous for their unique take on Mexican cuisine served in a fast food setting. While most of their items are loved by customers, there have been a few menu items that left people scratching their heads. A now famous square fish patty on a bun was introduced by the McDonald's restaurant chain in 1962, and it instantly became a big hit, changing the fast food game once again. The filet of fish led other fast food restaurants wanting to jump on the seafood frenzy as well. Taco Bell was one of these fast food behemoths, and they made a daring move into the fast seafood market. From selling their own seafood salad and claiming it was far superior to other chains' seafood offerings, to criticizing other fish sandwiches as square hunks of phony fish, the seafood salad advertisements were grandiose and took some blatant shots at rival restaurant brands. But how did the public react to Taco Bell's new venture into unknown territory? The results were clearly less than ideal, and it appears that most people's only memory of the seafood salad is how horrible it was.
2 thumbs down.
It's definitely best that Taco Bell sticks to what they do best, making Americanized-style Mexican food that comes in various shapes and sizes that is utterly delicious. Wendy's Superbar.
Thank you, dinner. Tomorrow night. It's all you can eat linguine.
Wendy's serves up its famous square hamburgers, chicken sandwiches, and fries for countless happy customers each day. All of its menu items are prepared fresh daily with no preservatives, and they claim to be a step above your normal fast food restaurants in terms of quality. Wendy's hamburgers are made with lean meat and are cooked to order, which is one of the reasons most customers have continued to visit their local restaurant over the years. There was one menu item at Wendy's that may only be a fond memory to a few customers. This was truly a mishmash of all things you normally wouldn't expect to find at Wendy's. Things like pizza, pasta, and even pudding could be found in the Wendy's Superbar. These culinary basics would seem out of place at a typical hamburger joint, but they were a Wendy's Superbar mainstay. At one time, Wendy's had an all-you-can-eat mega bar, which debuted in the late 1980s. It strayed from the standard side salads and ventured into the world of pasta, Mexican food, and desserts, all for the low price of $2.99.
Shut up and take my money!
Customers might order everything, from tacos and chili to fruit salads, in addition to their double bacon cheeseburger in the warm glow of that iconic 90s sunroom-type dining area. You'd think that this would have been an instant success, especially for the price. Well, it was. But for Wendy's, it was maybe a case of too much of a good thing is a bad thing, as the saying goes. Keeping the Superbar clean and well-stocked was a difficult chore, since throngs of people and perishable foods left out in the open would cause a huge mess to clean, especially during lunch rushes. The Superbar was, in fact, a victim of its own popularity. Because it was too difficult to maintain, the Superbar closed in 1988. Dairy Queen Breeze.
Like blizzards and stuff?
You betcha.
Dairy Queen is the largest operator of frozen fast food ice cream and related products in the world, operating over 1,700 restaurants across North America. Headquartered in McHenry, Illinois, Dairy Queen also operates internationally in the Philippines, China, and the Czech Republic. They continue to offer many of the products that have been fan favorites for decades, but not all of their creative menu options have been so popular. The Breeze, Dairy Queen's healthy version of the Blizzard, was such a flop that it's likely being ridiculed by competitors to this day. Dairy Queen wanted to break into the frozen yogurt market and offer their customers something a little healthier than the rest of their frozen treats. To this day, the move has been one of their biggest product flops of all time. However, the chain's objectives were noble. Dairy Queen is probably best known for their renowned frozen delicacy, the Blizzard. The menu item wasn't established until 1985, 45 years after the first store opened. Despite the fact that the dessert was and continues to be a huge hit, it didn't take long for the company to consider adding a healthier version to its lineup. So, the Dairy Queen Breeze was introduced. A lovely concept in principle, but a disaster in practice. Dairy Queen's Breeze was touted as a healthier alternative to the chain's popular Blizzard from 1990 to 2000. The Breeze substituted frozen yogurt for ice cream, but Dairy Queen's customers were not interested.
Pass.
Yeah.
In fact, because there were so few individuals who bought the product, the frozen yogurt would frequently expire before it could be consumed. It seems as though people going to Dairy Queen knew what they wanted and didn't try to kid themselves by ordering something healthy for their fast food ice cream splurge. Burger King's enormous omelet sandwich.
What did I always tell you? Breakfast is a big boy's most important meal of the day.
What better way to start the day than with a hearty meal? We're talking about eggs, bacon, sausage, pancakes, biscuits, the works. Not just a basic bowl of cereal at home or a tepid cup of coffee at the workplace. Of course, with the frantic morning commute and the fast-paced nature of today's world, it's not easy to eat a hearty breakfast these days. Fortunately, as long as you live near a fast food restaurant, the most essential meal of the day does not have to be sacrificed for convenience. You might think of McDonald's with its McMuffins, hotcakes, and popular coffees when talking about fast food breakfast. But for a quick morning meal, how often do people choose McDonald's longtime competitor, Burger King? The BK breakfast was first served in 1979 and has a wide variety of breakfast items to choose from. The croissant-wich, hash browns, and French toast sticks are all excellent options.
A croissant wish?
Oh, the way she said it was a lot prettier.
The enormous omelet sandwich, however, was possibly the most eager to take on the task of being both inexpensive and filling. The meal was introduced in 2005 and was loaded with eggs, cheese, bacon, and sausage. It provided customers with a 3-course breakfast sandwich between 2 hoagie buns. Unfortunately, the sandwich is no longer offered to loyal Burger King fans, as it was just too much of a good thing, and Burger King's profit margins were taking a hit. Long John Silver's Big Catch.
Fish for sport only, not for meat. Fish meat is practically a vegetable.
Long John Silver's has always been a controversial fast food chain, with more than a few health code violations and food poisoning cases to some of their outlandish menu options. One such meal that received some serious publicity before it was eventually pulled from menus was the Big Catch. Coming in at a whopping 1,320 calories and with more trans fat than you should eat in 2 weeks, at one point, Long John Silver's Big Catch was declared the worst restaurant meal in America.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
Which is quite the hard title to acquire, due to just how much fast food exists in the United States. The fish, hush puppies, and onion rings all went into the same vat of hydrogenated oil in the same metal cage and emerged with the same golden crispy coating. Toss it in a paper-lined basket, and there you have it. Your heart attack-inducing dinner is ready to be served. Although fried food is still a common sight in restaurants around the country, trans fats were also widely looked down upon. So much so that artificial trans fats were outlawed across the country in 2018. Chipotle's Queso.
Welcome to Chipotle. Thank you for your bravery.
Chipotle is a fast casual Mexican restaurant chain that first opened in 1993 in Denver, Colorado. The chain now has over 2,200 outlets in the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom. Chipotle is considered to be the first fast casual chain to focus on actual fresh ingredients and the quality of food, as well as hiring qualified chefs to oversee the cooking process. Chipotle has labored to make the perfect queso over the years without great results. Chipotle rolled out queso across the country in September 2017 to pretty terrible reviews from loyal Chipotle fans.
Can't taste my frickin' tongue, Kay.
Made with aged cheddar, tomatillos, tomatoes, and a variety of peppers, this yellow queso saw negative reviews, comparing it to broccoli and cheddar soup as opposed to actual queso. It released a new version a few months later, but the business continued to work on making an even better version that would finally be accepted by the vast majority of cheese lovers. Monterey Jack and white cheddar cheese, as well as Serrano, Poblano, and Chipotle peppers are included in the newest variation of the cheese dip. A&W's 1/3 pound burger.
Hamburgers, the cornerstone of any nutritious breakfast.
It was in 1972 that a Mickey D's franchisee debuted a renowned burger, and ever since, Americans have enjoyed McDonald's Quarter Pounder. In the 1980s, A&W introduced a 3rd pound burger in an attempt to capitalize on the success of the Quarter Pounder and create some competition for Ronald and his pals. Consumers got more bang for their buck with the larger A&W burger. It was the exact same price as the Quarter Pounder, but it came with extra meat. In blind taste testing, it even outperformed McDonald's, with customers preferring the flavor of A&W's burger. When it came to actually purchasing the 3rd pound burgers, however, most Americans weren't. A&W was perplexed, so they requested further testing in focus groups. After speaking with folks who opted for the lesser Quarter Pounder over the A&W burger, it became evident that Americans are bad at fractions.
Take the 1 from the 0. Wait.
Many customers ignored the better-tasting burger in favor of one they believed was the better price, not realizing that a 4th is really smaller than a 3rd. A&W recalibrated their marketing, but the burger was still discontinued. Burger King's Halloween Whopper.
You had to take me to such a dump.
Burger King was booked up.
A fast food outlet serving Halloween-themed meals sounds like a no-brainer. Who wouldn't want to sample a Halloween-themed burger from Burger King and savor every moment of the spookiest season? While the Halloween Whopper from Burger King was an eagerly anticipated dish, the buzz around the meal didn't last long. A flamed grilled beef burger with American cheese was topped with lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, onions, mayonnaise, and A1 sauce. The colorful black bun was said to add to the overall taste. Was it delicious? Perhaps it was, but there were a couple of issues. The first was that eager tasters had a hard time obtaining the burger at all, since eateries were completely sold out. Then, guests who got to try the $4.99 meal rapidly discovered a disgusting side effect from the burger, which eventually led to its demise. That would be issue number 2, literally.
Prepare yourself to be offended, disgusted, and horrified.
Colorful BK Burger BMs that had some people freaking out. McDonald's McWrap.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
Can I get a...
McDonald's customers don't like it when the beloved chain alters its menu items. They demand to know why some items, such as the Big Breakfast, have been eliminated. And the current news about the end of McWraps has the Mickey D's fanbase fuming.
horse!
Opinions to the adjustment are mixed, but many are sad that one of the chain's healthier alternatives has been removed. Analysts cited the increased popularity of all-day breakfast and the time-consuming prep necessary to produce the roll-ups as reasons why the McWraps have been vanishing off menus. But a recent study sheds light on an altogether other factor: millennials. The underlying reason why both big and snack-sized McWraps are being phased out at sites across the country is the target group that so many businesses want to attract. The wraps were built with a youthful, health-conscious clientele in mind, giving a veggie-heavy, lower-calorie choice that might compete with Subway's popularity, but in the end, they didn't sell well.
Better luck next time.
Stick around, leave a comment, tap, or click on another video. First time here? Then hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell.